Good cause, right? There's been a lot of sex jokes that raises money tonight, which is what we're ultimately trying to do. Very happy about that. All right, so just so you guys know, after this comic, we're going to take a light intermission, so we're going to take a break. I know some of you are fiending for cigarettes. Smoke your cigarettes. But before that, we have an absolute treat for you. He's a big man. He's even bigger in my heart. I love him dearly. Everybody, please give it up for Mr. Cam Honeyager.
That boy! Give it up for Joey Elders. Hey. Oh, let's just ride this for a second. Wait, keep it going. Keep it. Don't you cry no more. I just came a lot. That was the opposite of Ben's problem. That was. How you guys doing? Make some noise if you're alive in here tonight. Yeah. We made it. We survived. Now we're just in time for World War III. Isn't that great? Just in time. I think it's pretty badass that Ukraine's president took up arms. You know, he's like, I'm gonna stay and fight for my country and take up arms. That's pretty badass. Yeah. Can you imagine if our president had to do that? Like if Russia invaded and Biden's like, I'm gonna take up arms. I give him 5 minutes, that's about it. Like, I think the Kevlar vest would take him out. Like, he put it on and it would just fall. He just. What got your president? Was it the Russians? Gravity, bro. Gravity's a bitch. You know? You guys have a good puberty? I had puberty plus because I was fat. It was the puberty plus package. Puberty sucks for everybody, but it sucks especially when you're fat. Because like not only did I have the biggest tits in 8th grade, but they also had peach fuzz on them. That was weird. I was just wet all the time for no reason, you know? I could go from sitting to standing. I'm just a soggy boy now, you know? It made no sense. If you hug a fat 8th grader, you're gonna be sticky for a couple days, you know? You're gonna smell like Fritos bean dip, you know? I remember the first time I hooked up with a girl, she was trying to be sexy. She's like, I'm so wet right now. And I'm like, me too. It's awkward. You guys are fun. I need to lose weight. Not for health reasons, I just miss my dick, really. That's what it's about, really, when we narrow it down. It's just hard to do certain things, you know? Like, it's hard to keep the mood in the bedroom when in order to do doggy style, you gotta plop her stomach on her back. And just pray that it reaches, you know? See some familiar nods from the women, I like it. A few wives just woken up with that red mark on their back right here. Residue of baby powder. That's the other thing, though. That's the other thing. If you've been fat your whole life and you lose weight, you actually gain an inch down there for every 30 pounds of fat that you lose. That's true. You can Google that. I'll make a Snapple up here, okay? My question, why the fuck is this not on every billboard in America? What the fuck is this? Alright, I've been fat my whole life. I would have been on a treadmill. They'll like, keep track of your BMI. How about my DMI, my dick mass index, okay? What's that information? Michelle Obama really dropped the ball when I was in high school. She was like, let's put fruit in the vending machine. Tell me my dick will get bigger. That's all I needed to know. I was outside a comedy club one night and this homeless guy walks by and he goes, I fucked her so good she made me breakfast the next morning. And he just kept continuing on, spreading wishes. And I remember thinking, I don't have that kind of dick, you know? I don't have breakfast dick, you know? I've got like, maybe we'll get Wendy's 4-for-4s after. Not in the same card though, can't do it. Some of you are looking at me like I have a small penis and I don't appreciate it, okay? I'm just saying, if my girlfriend's going down on me and I hear gagging, it's not because of the size, it's because of the smell, you know? It's my favorite sound. It was a sweaty boy summer, you know? That's what I'm saying. I need to lose weight though, I do. I just want to do stuff with my friends again. Like, we've gone to 3 buffets this week, we're done. Yeah. My friends tried to get me to go ziplining. Alright, fuck you, first of all. They're like, you don't want to go ziplining? I'm like, no. Like, what, are you afraid of heights? I'm just a little concerned that the max capacity for this thing is my goal weight, okay? Like, it's not gonna go well. Just find some fat-friendly activities. It usually involves pasta, but while we're at it though, if you're skinny and you have fat friends, do some nice things for them, okay? Get some decent fucking bonfire chairs, okay? I came to Evart to spew this message, alright? We're starting a fucking rally tonight, okay? I've Godzilla'd my way through thousands of those cheap Walmart bullshit chairs, okay? You ever just be at a bonfire and you're just sitting there looking at your friend across the fire and you just start sinking? And you're just like, what the fuck's going on here? Their butt's dirty. I hate them. Don't get wicker either, you fucking cuck. I don't know. It's a good word. I went to the doctor over the pandemic and I was 380 pounds, which is not what you aim for. I was aiming for 400. Yeah, she looked at the numbers, she looked at me and she goes, we should do some blood tests. I'm like, that's probably a good call on your part. I can see how you got a degree. So we do the tests, and if you don't know, that's where they check for like your sugar, cholesterol, AIDS, all that good stuff. And everything came back good. It's where it's supposed to be, minimal AIDS, like a scotch. A smidge, whatever your favorite measurement is. What pissed me off is like the way she read back the results, like she was annoyed that I was healthy, you know? Because like a doctor having to give good news to a fat guy is a lot like the judge who had to read not guilty at the OJ trial, you know? Just looking at that paper like, it says you're good, but you fucking did something, alright? See you in civil court, I guess. I don't know. I hate going to the doctor, it just sucks. Because like no matter what you go there for, somehow it's about your weight, right? Like I can walk in there with a knife sticking out of my forehead, they'd be like, let me guess, fell for the knife in the bucket of chicken trick again? It's not a thing. Or I could get shot, they'd be like, maybe if you were skinny, people wouldn't want to shoot you, I don't know. Just be better. It basically just ends up me paying some guy in a coat $80 to call me a fat fuck. My grandma will do that for free. She's not gonna finger my ass afterwards, man. Yeah. Unless you ask nicely, she can be very accommodating. She'll give you a weed edible and a finger up the butt. That's good old grandma right there. It's been a rough couple of years. Hasn't it, guys? It's been weird. Lots changed, you know. I changed politically. You know, I used to be a pretty liberal guy. You know, I used to call myself a socialist. I know where I'm at. Like when the worker shortage happened, okay? My first response was, fuck yeah, tear down the system. You don't want to pay us, you don't get this work. I lost 5 calories just doing that move. Yeah, but then I went to Taco Bell at 8:30 and they were closed. I became a Republican real fucking quick. I was like, where do I sign up to get my bad hairline and a gun? Let's go. Time to get off unemployment, Daddy needs his chalupa. Not doing it. I think we can all agree we need to pay customer service workers more, though, right? Can we clap for customer service workers? Okay. Especially Subway employees, they scare me. You ever go to Subway and you see an adult behind the counter? Not like a kid in their 20s, like an adult in their 40s. You're not supposed to be here, sir. What happened to you? You look in his eyes, they're just black from all the fucked up shit that's gotten in there, you know? I walked into a Subway in Grand Rapids and the guy just goes, "What do you want?" I'm like, "A sandwich?" He's like, "No shit, which one?" I'm like, "Alright. I like this vibe." When I first saw the footage of January 6th, the Capitol riots, my first thought was, it's finally happening. The Subway employees are taking over. And then I look closer and I'm like, oh, it's just my dad's friends. That's fine. I've worked a lot of customer service. Anybody here working customer service? Make some noise. Yeah. The sound of a mass suicide about to happen. That's what that was. Yeah, it's rough. I worked in retail. I worked at Office Depot, which is a weird job, okay? Because people come in asking very specific questions about pens, you know? I feel like if you have a question about a pen, you shouldn't be voting, and I feel strongly about that. No, can't be out here making decisions, can't figure out pens, fuck that. No. There's one guy who would try to negotiate with me. He would go to the paper aisle, grab a thing of paper. It says $10 right in the front of it. Bring it up to me and go, "I'll give you $5 for this." And just slam it on the counter. I'm like, "It's $10, man. That's all we can do for you. 1-0. Okay, well, you don't understand, okay? I've been coming to this Office Depot since they opened in the 90s. You need to give me a discount or I'm never coming back." He does that move and it says, "Never coming back." I'm like, dude, I've been here for 6 months making minimum wage. I don't give a fuck, like, that's just so crazy to me to go to like a national chain and try to negotiate with the prices, you know? That's like if I was to go to McDonald's, order a Big Mac, when they ask for money, I just show them my stretch marks, like, clearly I'm a valued customer. Fuck out of here. You guys like that tummy time down here? Anti-vaxxers, you guys had a big come up in the last couple of years, didn't you? It's so weird for me because there used to be so few anti-vaxxers, and now there's a lot of them. Like at least 20. There's a lot of them in Florida, which is weird to me, because I used to live in Florida, and people in Florida aren't scared of shit. I've seen people fight cops, wrestle alligators, do coke off of Waffle House toilet seats, okay? They're not scared of shit. You try to hand them a vaccine and they're just like, I just don't know what's in it, you know? I just don't know if I trust it, you know? As if that's an excuse in America to not put something in your body. I just don't know the ingredients. You know what else you don't know the ingredients of? A Shamrock Shake, okay? You ever leave one of those things in your car for 3 days and it doesn't melt? What the fuck is that? It's not ice cream, maybe it's the Shamrock, I don't know. Every March we line up, we're like, fuck me up with that green jizz, daddy. Ah! Yeah, I want the cherry. We just don't know what's in our food, that's my point. We don't know what's in our food. You know, like you look at a food label, I can't read half the words on a food label. And it's not just because I'm dyslexic, but that's part of it. Trans fat, that's an easy one. I don't know what the fuck a trans fat is. Does anybody here? No, we don't know. If I had to wager a guess, I'd say a trans fat was something that used to be a regular fat. And now, it's trying to get Dave Chappelle canceled. My dad likes that joke. My dad's a very conservative guy. I'm more progressive, you know, I'm younger. So like we butt heads a lot, you know. But overall, he's a cool guy, you know. He caught me jerking off when I was younger and was real cool about it. You know those stories you just don't talk about with your parents? So like, I'm 25, right? Which means like I'm a millennial Gen Z cusp. Which means that like, I'm a little progressive, but I also say things like gay and retard when I drink, you know? But like also, porn changed a lot for me, you know? When I was a kid, if you wanted to watch it, it meant like sneaking into the family living room at 3 in the morning. Onto that old ass computer, you know, the big white one that hummed. It would have pictures of your dead grandma on it, you know? And it would take forever to load, and then once it did, it would stop and buffer every 30 seconds. And that's why I have a come down fetish today, actually. But by the time I was in high school, smartphones are a thing, right? So you can just watch porn everywhere there's a Wi-Fi connection, and it's totally cool. Turns out it's not cool in most places. I checked. Church was a lot more fun. But this is my routine, right? Is I would go to school, I would come home, I'd turn on the TV to drown out any of those noises, and I would just go to work, right? Well, one day I come home and Lion King's on the TV. And I'm like, all right, dope, I'm gonna watch this once I'm done, but I don't want Mufasa's death throwing me off my game. So I put headphones in. And because I have the headphones in, I don't hear my dad walking down the stairs. So he opens the door to see his only son jerking off to the fucking Lion King. And he never said anything about it. He just kind of nodded and shut the door. He's like, I get it, we're animals. That Nala's a piece of ass, you know? Until a few years later, I'm in college in Orlando, right? And I get a package from my dad. And I open it up. It's a 24-pack of Trojan condoms. And on the front of the box, he just wrote, Hakuna Matata, motherfucker. All right, guys, that's my time. I'm Cam Honeyager. Thank you,
Cam Honeyager, everybody. Yeah, you said that guy's gonna be